Andy's done something very dark,
Yeah.
and I expect everyone to hate him. So straight away in the comments, I want to know your reactions to this. He often takes the mick out of me for being in this part of the world, and now he's joined me. Andy, what have you gone and done?
I may or may not have got a certain type of fruit in the shape of a laptop. I bought a MacBook.
Oh,
I know.
He's given up.
My wife
He's
literally
given up.
tried everything she could to stop me. She hates Apple products with a burning passion. She like really does. So she said, "Is there not an equivalent laptop that you could get, like Windows?" And I was like, "No, this I want to get one of these just because I got an M5 MacBook Pro, mainly because I got a really good deal, and also because for a laptop, like efficiency, battery life, the screen." Just the CPU power, like being able to edit these videos or whatever on the go if I wanted to, is like a major draw there for me, you know. So I was like, and also because we both were in the music industry prior to this, I've got like loads of software because I owned Mac in the past. So I've got loads of software that I'd already bought, and I was like, well, I can just continue using some of that stuff. And again, like Adobe and stuff works on it, so it just made sense for me, like. For the benefit of the channel, and also just as a thing that I wanted to use, you know, because I was really toying, which is a theme later on in this show, with all the RAM and SSD prices hiking and stuff. For the past like month and a half, I've been really thinking like I want to get a laptop, not necessarily for gaming, because I like using the Legion Go 2 and like the Xbox Allies and stuff like that. And I've got a big beefy PC anyway, so I wasn't really thinking like, I need a gaming laptop. I just thought no one's going to be able to afford a freaking laptop for the next 3 years. So before these price hikes, I want to get in on something. And then it kind of made sense for me to go to the dark side because, again, the performance side, the efficiency, the lightweight. I really love, like, I'm just going to hold it up on camera. Like the build quality and stuff, you just can't. You can't fight that, like, can you? Like the thing is an absolute machine, and
I say it a lot. When we were looking at. It came up a lot when we were looking at the Xbox Ally X.
Yes,
it's a long kind of thread. Follow me on it, and I was talking about like the day one experience, and that a lot of these handheld manufacturers need to take a leaf out of Apple's book with the day one experience, and the fact that it offers such a beautiful ease to everyone regardless of their skill level right away, you all get the same wonderful experience, is really important, especially when you've bought something that's so expensive.
Yes, you
want to feel excited, you want to feel that buzz, and you don't want that to be diminished by like Windows being an asshole like it normally is when you first start up. You get those teething problems. What Apple have done really well is create that day one experience, from the materials it's made of to how the screen looks to just how beautiful the operating system is as soon as you open it, and it kind of holds your hand. Like, let's set this up for you in a really stylized and elegant way that Windows just really hasn't figured out at all.
Exactly. And I also think that, like what you just said there, it holds your hand, but it just makes it so easy that it just always works. Like the reliability factor is right up there. Whereas on Windows laptops, especially, like the battery life just sucks. Like they really suck, especially if you get one with a dedicated GPU, which I'd need if I wanted to video edit on it, you know? So you're looking at like literally a couple of hours battery life from a Windows laptop versus like 20 plus on one of these, you know? And also the updates problems that you get on Windows. You know?
It does just have this ethos of always working. It's not without its shortcomings, and of course, currently, it's not without that kind of Apple tax that we associate with it. But that's kind of an interesting point I want to look at, is that as we look into 26 for gaming, it feels like we're looking into the abyss at the moment. With, if anyone is wanting to buy hardware, we don't know how this is going to play out. There's things we're going to talk about with like Nvidia having issues with memory shortage. Everyone can't get hold of RAM, and when that supply does become available again, prices are going to skyrocket. So when we start looking at like PC hardware or consoles, do you think that Apple's pricing then actually becomes quite attractive because perhaps they're not going to be affected in the same way as
Absolutely.
people like Nvidia are?
So Apple foresaw this years ago, and they made deals with their providers, whoever makes their RAM and stuff, and basically they've got some sort of contract in play that no matter what happens in the market, in the industry, the prices do not change. And that's why, like, if you looked at, I got like the base spec one just because I wanted to keep the price low, you know. But if you looked at like upgrading, so I got 16 gig of RAM in this. If you're looking at the 24 gig, it's another like 200 for that upgrade, and then another 200 on top of that, I think, for the 32 gig upgrade, something like that, right? Whereas pre all this RAM stuff in the PC world, that's like, whoa, that's a lot of money, you know. Whereas now, that's actually looking really attractive, like really attractive, and it's not skyrocketed. You know, the Apple website hasn't gone plus 1,000 for like another 16 gig or whatever. Like, so yeah, somehow they're going to come out laughing on this, and Apple users are unaffected. Yeah.
So then that gets me excited with, and I know this is kind of like it's going to alienate because there's a general hatred towards Apple, especially amongst gamers.
Yeah.
But I would be genuinely excited to see games embracing the Apple ecosystem even more. So now, like, to give us all more options with hardware, especially as things start going crazy with prices. I know it's kind of getting there, and I know there's like, because it's essentially based on Linux, that it shouldn't be too much of a problem for Steam.
Yeah, and there's loads of Proton layers and stuff that you can use now to run Windows based. And there's even big games that are supporting macOS natively, like Cyberpunk. You know, like when I was looking at getting this, I saw a Cyberpunk like benchmark thing between the M4 chip Max and then the M5 that I've got. And like they were running Cyberpunk with ray tracing on, and the M4 chip was getting like 20 something FPS. Went to the M5 and it was getting 60. That's like on an APU with ray tracing on. Like what?
Yeah.
So yeah, mad.
Yeah, it'd be really exciting to see it embraced more. I guess the other thing is that, something I've not seen a lot of, but I'm sure it happens, is people installing stuff like Bazzite on it or whatever the equivalent would be that works, because it is essentially a Linux system, so that hardware would be compatible with.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be for me or you, but I imagine there's people that are going to like take a Mac Mini, for example, and go, I'm just going to turn this into a
Steam machine,
some kind of Steam machine. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I hadn't even considered
and then when you
that.
when you look at the specs of those Mac Minis, you could probably build a really good Steam machine for less than what the Steam machine is probably going to cost.
Yeah, well, Mac Mini's like 500, something like that for an M4 variant, I think.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's genuinely interesting. And the evil genie in me is happy that you've come to the dark side.
I know. Yeah, it was so funny watching your message. Like when I said I've done something. Normally that's what happens when me and AJ message, and I say like
I've done something.
Yeah, I've done something, and you're like, what have you got now? But I'm excited about it. Like again, for a laptop, I don't think I could have got anything better for like productivity. Obviously, if you were only looking at gaming, like you would totally look at Windows machines, but you're probably paying more. And again, for less like usable performance, if you actually wanted to use this as like a daily driver, you know, like the way I see it, and I don't mean it as a negative, but it kind of could be, you know, is basically like a glorified tablet. With how easy it is. It's just basically a tablet with a keyboard and a mouse attached to it, you know, and it just works. So,
Yeah. And they've done that on purpose. The kind of convergence on Apple side of stuff of their silicone and their operating systems is all kind of like, it's all kind of ending up in the same place eventually.
Yeah.
If you look at how they like the iPad Pros with the M series in it, they're all converging together. So you're right in that. It feels like a tablet that you've got a keyboard and you could do productivity on it. I want to see more gaming stuff on there, though. That's the only thing.
Yes, I think we'll get there. AJ, I can't believe that you've just said that.
I can't believe it either. I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest.
Don't either. But maybe you guys will know if you watch the full podcast.
Wow, that's a great enticing advert, Andy.
Yes, I like
Can we
it.
do something even more natural? Like, please watch the full show because we enjoy your company.
We do.
It's clicked right there. Why do I keep saying clicked? Can't even talk. See you there.
Bye.